So good morning, everyone. All I can say is Namaste, which is that the Christ or the light or the grace or the peace or the love within me honors the Christ, the love, the grace, the light within you. And my choice to see only that, to see only that love, that light, that grace, that Christ, the beloved within you, opens up a whole world within me that has always been there. It's like the gates suddenly fly open when I'm willing to see all of that as one within you and within everyone I meet. That willingness opens the gate to heaven itself. And when that gate opens, it never closes, because you realize in that moment that this is all there is and it's all you want. And when you have finally come face to face, eye to eye with the only thing that you are longing for, the only thing that you want, and you step through those gates, there's no returning. No returning to that world of separation and form and anxiety, thinking that you can lose or that something can be taken away from you. The whole teaching is simply that nothing real can be taken from you because you are that. You can't be taken away from you. It's impossible. Stepping through that gate is simply your willingness to enjoy that whole experience, the whole thing. And as you just heard, once you've done that, there's no going back. The question is, why wait for heaven? Why wait? It's right here, right now. Right here, right now, in this moment. And so every day we come together here and we join and we allow and we choose. We join together as one. We allow this light to open and we choose to step through that door into the heaven that we never left except in our imagination. Why wait for heaven? So today, we have a lesson to share from this new collection I'm working on that felt inspired this morning. So just take a deep breath and together we'll step through this door, hand in hand, two by two. You will know that I am with you, that I am with you. When you're willing to offer me or that I am presence to everyone you see, everyone you meet, and everyone who comes into your mind, including those who never come into your mind. When you're willing to offer that I am presence to everyone, then you will know that I am with you always, 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 always. If you choose to withdraw this gift, thinking it's possible to keep it for yourself alone, then you will suffer alone, though not in a true sense, because it's impossible for you to be alone. I like that. Let me read that one more time. If you choose to withdraw this gift, the gift that you could offer to everyone, thinking that it's possible to keep it only for yourself, then you will suffer alone, though not in a true sense, because it's impossible for you to be alone. Wow. In other words, the suffering that you think you're engaged in is like a cloud, like mist. It's just not really there. It's not the solid thing, the real thing that you thought it was. And the instant the winds of grace come blowing in, the minute you choose to receive that and then to offer it to everyone, it just blows away because it has no substance. You are with me just as I am within you. You are within me, rather, just as I am within you. And all of creation is one now and always. This wholeness cannot be broken because its nature is total. Once again, this wholeness cannot be broken because its nature is total. When you become totally aware of this wholeness, you won't seek to separate the inseparable or to isolate what is everywhere in every moment. When you become totally aware of this wholeness which is whole, then you won't seek to separate the inseparable or isolate what is everywhere and every moment. The need or the desire to act insanely will have completely disappeared. And then you will know that you are one. All I'm asking you to do is to lay aside your supposed need to live an isolated life. Your supposed need. What has it given you? When you honestly consider this question, you'll realize that it's given you nothing. But nothing can never exist. Only everything exists because it is real, while nothing that is unreal exists at all. And herein lies your salvation. If only you would choose to receive it. If only you would choose to receive it. For wholeness to be whole, it must be true for all. And I promise you that it is. That it's true for all. These words, though they are symbols twice removed from the truth, are like lights. They're like, every word is like a string of lights, like one light each word in a long string of lights that are laid for you in a dark forest. They're laid there on the ground, and they're all lit up, and they're giving just enough light for you to see the path that was invisible to you before. And if you would but choose to follow that string of lights, they lead to the home that you never left. Because home is everywhere. Even though you seem to have stepped outside some gate or the castle or however you imagine that, even though it seems you've stepped out of that for a moment, everywhere you've been is still contained within the kingdom, because you are the kingdom. It is what you are. It is what each one of us is, because it is whole and cannot be separated. So every word is like that, a single little light, like Christmas lights. A whole string of them. And if we follow, if we really follow, they will guide you home, the home that you never left. So that's the only reason we come here today, every day, is to spark that memory within us so that we can open our eyes, see those lights, see that string, and follow it home. And I know that you're feeling that. You couldn't help but feeling it. If you were not feeling anything right now, it would be fine. It would just mean that it's time to just roll over and go deeper into the dream. But you can't do that forever, because all dreams end. But reality never ends. The truth within you is eternal. And you're not rolling over. You're not going deeper into the dream. You're waking up. That's what's happening right now. Your eyes are opening. You see the string of lights, and you're following it. So don't hold back. Let every moment be the opportunity for stepping into this grace, this light, this home, this heaven. It's the only thing that will satisfy you. Nothing in this world, as the lesson just said, nothing in this world, if you're honest, has ever really satisfied you. It may seem to satisfy you for a moment, but it's gone. This will satisfy you, I promise. So take a deep breath and just make that decision today. I choose only love. I choose only grace. I choose to return now to the home I never left, that I could never leave. So I'm going to turn it over to Christina. I see Christina is here. So would you like to share anything with us this morning, dear one?
Good morning. Isn't it just like nectar to even just hear dear one? Thank you.
Dear one.
Yes, thank God we have this community of awakening minds. The past many days, I've been receiving a lot of phone calls from people all over the planet who have been expressing concern for the insanity or the pinball that is going through their awareness at the moment. You know, one moment totally resting in peace, the next moment completely in fear or anger or depression or, you know, whatever it is, laughter. And this returning home, this recognition of the truth that we already are, is the journey through which every emotion, every thought pattern will arise. The temptation simply to believe in a selfhood apart from God. And so sometimes the intensity, you know, we're giving ourselves to this and we are trusting it, and something inside is resonating as true. And then there's this, whoa, I'm in the storm. And that storm is shaking everything to the surface that is not real, so that it can be seen and transcended. And we don't do the transcending. We just simply rest in whatever is here at the moment, and the transcendence is done. How can I relax more in whatever is arising before me, within me at the moment? Just simply resting. And remembering, I only have to be willing. It really takes no effort except the willingness to be, the willingness to listen,
Yeah.
the willingness to surrender, to set aside whatever is bombarding me at the moment while I'm resting and receiving and knowing, asking, knocking for that grace to reveal itself. So we gather We gather here at this time, but we are gathered every moment of every day, and every moment that even just one of us chooses to set the mind aside and rest in being, it lifts and shifts the entire collective consciousness, not just of our family, but of the entire human race. So may we be willing to set aside the distractions, set aside the doing, set aside the trying even. Because if there is someone who is trying, the separate self is still there. If we just rest with the intention to open and receive, it is given.
Beautiful. Just rest. Rest in the arms of the beloved. You need do nothing. I love that. It's so true. The idea that we have to do something to deserve this is the problem, is the block. You need do nothing but just open your eyes to see. Thank you, Christina. That was beautiful as always. Let's see if there's anyone else here in the Zoom session that would like to